What if you don't need to live in pain and suffering? What if you could give up your karma and have a life of abundance and joy? What if you could start creating magic and miracles that you never thought were possible? Get ready to listen, share, and experience the magic that is you. Now, here's the host of Creating Abundance with Ease radio show, Dr. Helen Gitlevich.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show is, Are You a Killer? But before we go to the show and talking about the topic that is so controversial in some people's minds, I'd like to say a little bit about who I am if you're joining me for the first time. I'm a medical doctor who ended up with open heart surgery at 37 years old. And after that, my life has changed. I became Access Consciousness Facilitator, Akashic Record teacher, consultant, and now podcast host, as well as published author. I have many hats that I wear, many definitions. But the main one, I'm teaching classes around the world, facilitating people to choose more for them, to change their lives. And you can join me pretty much around the world online. And you can find out more on either accessconsciousness.com webpage or on my own creatingabundancewithease.com. Now, with the show, Are You a Killer? And if you said no, you're a liar. I'm telling you, you are a killer. Because a lot of times you are killing your own infinite possibility. You're killing your body, you're killing your wealth with multitude of your judgment. And are you killing your body with the things that your body might not like? Or maybe they're damaging to your body? So let's play with some tools that might undo some of the damage of you being killer of you. And that's kind of like sums it up. How many of you, killing your life, killing all of that, is that creative? Because you are so much in fear of everything that's going on that you believe other people, you believe other people's judgment. And look around the world right now. The world is in fear. COVID, wars, bombing, all of that is not creating more for your life. How much are you buying into this reality? What if you stopped right now and looked at your life? Let's do it together. What would you choose in the next 10 seconds? Would you choose to be afraid? Would you choose to worry about your life? Or would you choose to smile to your loved ones? So let's smile right now for the next 10 seconds. Let's choose to be happy for at least 10 seconds. And what if your life will end tomorrow or in the next 10 seconds? What would you choose? And Bella, right now, choosing to climb up on my chair like a ladder. And she's making me happy right now. So what if you chose happiness for now? Who cares what tomorrow brings? Who cares if COVID hits? Who cares if you get vaccinated, not get vaccinated? Who cares about politics? What if you choose for you? And I hear a lot of your thoughts. Oh, but that's selfish. The world needs me. The world is on fire, and I need to be actively involved with what? With fears, with anger, with hate, with resistance to what's going on. You know that anytime when you're in those emotions or feelings, you're actually creating more of that in the world, because the world is been created with energy. So whatever energy we project out, it's reflected back to us. So if we are in fear, it actually creates more fear in the world. If we project happiness, joy, fun, laughter, guess what? The world reflects that. I never forget, I went to a store, it was before COVID hit, so we didn't wear masks. And I was myself, just happy and smiling. There was an older gentleman in the aisle picking something from produce, and he looked at me. Um, Before that, he was kind of a little grumpy, and I smiled at him. Guess what happened? He wasn't grouchy looking at me. Now he was smiling at me. And he actually said, "Hi, gorgeous." And I'm like, "Hi, cutie." And that exchange, I could feel created more in the world than if I turn around and I wouldn't want to talk to him because he was an old man who was flirting with me. How many of you doing that? What if you chose smile at every person that you meet, no matter how old or how young, no matter if they're flirting or not, no matter if they're angry or not? Would that change the world? I would say yes, because that's about being it. What if instead of killer of possibilities, you would choose to be a killer of death in the world, a killer of anger, a killer of hate, killer of discrimination? What if you chose something greater? But no, you don't want to be a killer. You want to be a nice person, a kind person, right? A spiritual person. But what if being a spiritual person actually means that you can kill limitations, kill disease, including the disease in your body? How much would that create in the world? Instead of kind of like killing your own possibilities with fear, you would start killing the fear itself. So there is less of that in the world, not more. How much of that is just the point of view? You know, our point of view creates our reality, as Gary Douglas says. Um, and a lot of other people talk about it. For years, I've used creative visualization, law of attraction. Think of that. What is law of attraction? You're attracting what you project. Any thoughts, feelings, and emotion that you project, you attract it. You attract the same. If you'd like to create more in your life of joy, ease, the need of being that joy and ease that will attract it more in your life is simple. You just be it. And you're like, oh my God, you cannot uh, do that. It's too difficult. Yeah, right. No. Actually, it's much easier to be and have ease, because that means we'll open up to possibilities. To have problems, we have to create those problems. We have to work on it. We have to struggle. We have to create problems to solve them. That's been my life up until when I realized that I don't need to. All I need to do is just change my perspective. Think about it. If you look at something, let's say even at your phone, if you look from this side, you see the beautiful picture of, let's say, the case. Now you're looking here. You're looking at the picture of my daughter and some messages. If you look at the side, you're seeing just this. So everything depends on our point of view. By changing our point of view, we change perspective, we change what we can choose. Let's say we're looking at the wall. We are in a room. There is 4 walls. One of the walls has a door, or maybe a couple of walls have doors, and a few of them have windows. So depending where you're standing, where you're looking at, you either can look at the blank wall, you can look at the painting behind me, or you can walk around and look at the door and walk out. But we're so entrained at looking in a certain way, looking in a certain perspective, that a lot of times we don't even see the exit. We don't see the possibility. We don't see the choices we have. Or we kind of like bastardize the choices that we have. There is an old joke that I love. It's about 2 women stuck in the same room. And there is 2 doors. One door kind of leads out, creates more in your life, let's say, normal life, whatever you want to call it. The other one, there is a man with a baseball bat. And he's guarding the door so you don't get out. So the first woman goes through the one door, gets hit on the head, come back and kind of like thinks, chooses the other door and walks out. She's not limited by that one door. The other woman looks at the door, sees the man with baseball bat, goes there, gets hit on the head, come back, thinks about it, looks at the other door, but it's like, no, there must be a trick. Goes through the first door again, gets hit on the head with baseball bat again, comes back, still thinks, well, if there is a man with baseball bat, there might be very good possibility there. If nobody guarding the other one, no, probably a trick. Goes back, get hit on the head again. Comes back again, thinks, no, there must be something behind that door. If the man is guarding it, there should be treasure or something there. So she goes out through the same door again. And interestingly enough, the man no longer there. He got tired of hitting her over the head. He's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's too boring. He left. The woman walks out. No man with baseball bat. She's like, oh, something is weird. What does she do? She goes and looks for the man with baseball bat to get her hit over again. So she kind of like becomes entrained and becomes used to being hit over and over again. So how many of us are doing that and killing our own possibilities with looking for that man that will hit us over the head with baseball bat again, thinking there might be a treasure behind that? Would you let go of that, please? And this is time for our first break of the show. And you've been listening to Creating Abundance with Ease with myself, Dr. Helen Gitlevich, on the Inspired Choices Network. And we'll be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, You'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich. I'm Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is, are you a killer? And before we went on the break, we were talking about how we kill our possibilities with our points of view. And instead of choosing a different point of view, we keep kind of going through the same thing over and over again, looking for that man with a baseball bat, like the story I told you about, instead of choosing something different. Part of that is that old saying, you have to learn from the mistakes of your past. And so instead of letting go of our past and our mistakes and all of that, just kind of like, I'm done. In order not to repeat it, we are looking for the energy that kind of similar. And we keep repeating it in a different ways, learning our lesson. And I've done it all my life. Now I know kind of like different, because if we have some energy that we are avoiding or looking for, like if law of attraction says, if we're looking for some energy, we'll attract it. But also if we try to avoid it, the universe has no clue. It doesn't separate from what you're looking for or avoiding. It gives you where your attention is. So if your attention on not repeating the mistakes of the past, the universe just seeing that. So it's killing all the possibility of something different where you don't repeat the same past. It gives you opportunity not to repeat the past through similar situations. Is it working for you? Well, it wasn't working for me at all, and yet I was stuck in perpetual loop of attracting similar men, kind of like either alcoholics, drug addicts, or men who had some psychological issue where they were not emotionally available. So I had no idea that I was trying to avoid the mistakes of the past and still repeating it. And I was even laughing. It's like I'm going through the same cycle, almost like getting worse and worse each time. And instead of getting out, I was stuck in that loop, almost like that movie with Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, where he repeats the same day over and over until he finally let go of all of this. And the idea is to let go of your past. So you stop killing whatever your life is right now. Same goes with your body. We are killing our body by not listening to it. And being 3-day body class facilitator, I've seen it over and over in my life and other people's lives, where we try to follow some rules of this reality, some kind of like nutritional rules, the exercise rules, without even asking our body, what does our body likes? And with that, it actually was interesting. People say, oh, body, ask the body, that's insane. And yet, for thousands of years, people used kinesiology, which is muscle testing, to check what works for that particular body, including the vitamins, supplements, medicines, poisons, and you can use it for anything, including the man you desire to be with. You can ask your body, would you like to sleep with that man? And sometimes the body would choose it, sometimes the body would say, are you kidding me? Do you know what's in store for us if we do? And it's interesting how things has changed since I've used those tools. And one of the tools you can use in that case is question, especially with relationship or with food, with clothes, with anything. Body, would you like, let's say with clothes, body, would you like to wear it? Or with food, body, would you like to eat it? And the body will tell you yes or no. One of the ways is like the fingers, like if you hold it tight, yes is usually tight, no is this way. But you can ask your body. Also, using your body as a pendulum. Again, asking what's yes, what's no. Usually forward is yes, backwards is no. And you can check with food what will be benefit to your body. Like my body, not recently, it's been already like almost 10 years since I became vegetarian. Well, first it was pescatarian, now it's more vegetarian, not vegan yet. But apparently my body is like going that way, even that all my life I thought I liked meat. Maybe I did, maybe I do, but the body doesn't. And I remember being in a restaurant where there was no menu in English. And I didn't understand the language of the menu. So I used my tools, asking the body, what would you like? And the dish that body chose was the only one, or maybe one of two, on the menu that was vegetarian. Did it surprise me? At that moment, yes. Now, probably not. What if you actually start choosing for your body instead of against your body? But today we're actually talking more about the killing energy. And a lot of people refuse to be killers, thinking that it's a good thing. But in reality, it's not about choosing to kill. This is different. Being a killer and embodying the killing energy, actually, not necessarily you will choose to kill other people. It has something to do with it, but it's not. The point is, if you're not willing to be any energy, killing energy, lying energy, manipulating energy, that energy is in the world anyway. If you're refusing something, you will kind of like cut awareness to that energy. So you'll be at the fact of it and you might not even know it. So with killing energy, a lot of times if we are not willing to be that energy while actually being it toward ourselves, we are not aware when people are killing us with their judgment, with their points of view, sometimes abuse, sometimes doing something behind our backs. All of it feels like they kill us. Even the expression, "Oh, you're killing me with this." That's part of the things that's going on in the world. A lot of people are refusing to be the killers, but they are being killed by others. When we are willing to be all energies, we are actually can withstand those energies, and then nobody will fuck with us. And that's what is that can or what can change our lives. Also, if we're not willing to be killers, we cannot kill the dis-ease in the body. We cannot kill the limitations. We cannot kill what's not allowing us to be all of us. So what if actually instead of choosing to kind of like be that nice or nicey nice or oh, I will not harm other people, I will not harm anybody, while people stomp on you? Is it working for you? What if you actually project killing energy and say, you know what? Anybody who fucks with me, I'm going to kill you. And it's pretty much that energy. It's being strong in your own body. And it's not necessarily you will take a bazooka and start killing people on the street. It's actually the opposite. People who are in fear, people who are angry, a lot of times anger and hate comes out of fear, and they take on like killing innocent people because they are the one that are afraid. They've been stamped on all their lives. I'm not inviting you to kill people. I'm inviting you to kill the limitation that's not allowing you to be all of you, to allow yourself to have the infinite possibilities. And time flies. Just noticed that it's time for our second break of the show. And we'll be talking more about killing energy or any other energy that we are refusing to be. And you've been listening to Creating Abundance with Ease with myself, Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Inspired Choices Network. And we'll be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Magic and abundance are everywhere. What if you could tap into abundance and start creating your life with complete and total ease? Working with Dr. Helen Gitlevich will give you exactly that, total ease in creating abundance in your life. Dr. Gitlevich creates classes all over the world, both in person and online. She works with you to create abundance with your money, with your body, with your relationships, with all areas of your life with total ease. Connect with Dr. Helen Gitlevich at creatingabundancewithease.com. Her contribution in your world will be a noticeable gift in a very short period of time.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. And I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is, are you a killer? What's interesting, I just remember in one of my classes that I took with Access Consciousness with Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here, we were talking about being a healer. Because all my life I wanted to be a healer. That was, or a doctor. I mean, at that time I was calling it a doctor, but in reality it was about healing. It's about changing the world, about changing people's lives. And I'm so grateful that I can do it right now. But in the class, he was talking about what does it mean to be a healer? Because when you're healing somebody, you're actually killing the disease. You're killing whatever, like killing the tumor, killing the bacteria. And I never realized that's a killing energy that's required to help people change their lives. Because to me, being a healer is being gentle. Like, I've been trained by Reiki, been a Reiki Master, and Akashic Records. No, Akashic Records, they kill the limitations very easily. There was no point of view there. But with Reiki, that was more a gentle energy where I didn't realize that you do need to embody every energy that is possible to allow the energy of healing to take effect. And think about even traditional medicine, being a doctor. I did kill a lot of things like bacteria, viruses, fungus. We do that constantly with antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal. But we never think about it as killing energy. We never think of medicine being a killer. We never think of surgeon being a killer, but that's actually what's true. A lot of times I was dreaming to be a surgeon, but I knew I could not do that, partly because I have that thing that I cannot stand on my feet longer than an hour or a couple of hours, then I pass out. Kind of a limitation that I might or might not choose to kill now. What if you can choose to kill every limitation you have just by choice? What if that is as simple as, because to me, healing and killing are the same energies, just kind of like have two sides of the same coin. So when you are unwilling to have the killing energy, to be the killing energy, it means you're unwilling to heal either yourself or others. Sorry, got something in the throat. And with all of that, and that's probably my unwilling to kill that, whatever that is in the throat. If I do, probably will be gone. A lot of times, what I found in my life right now, it's anything that I'm stuck in, it's something I'm not willing to kill. You say, really? Do I have to kill everything? And everybody's like, no, it's not about that. It's about willingness to be that power, because killing energy is actually your power. It's that energy that can change anything and everything just by asking, by choosing and creating. Because think of it. Can you actually survive your life, especially in the kitchen, without a knife? Because think of a knife. Because knife is a killing energy in a way. Because you can kill with a knife. But at the same time, in the kitchen, you're cutting vegetables, you're cutting fish, you're cutting meat, you're cutting everything so you can cook and eat stuff. Or you can eat raw certain things, but you still need to cut it. Unless you're going to kind of like chop on it, but still, you have to peel certain things off, like peel the skin or certain things you need to cut. Like you cannot bite into watermelon unless you are a giant or you have such teeth that can penetrate through the skin of the watermelon, or even or anything. It's much easier to cut with a knife, slice it, and then eat it. Same with the killing energy. It doesn't mean you will kill people. You can if you choose to, but it's more about creating different possibility in your life. Different in a way that it will create more ease. I always thought of killing energy being a force. Not necessarily. A lot of times you can melt limitation with that, because it doesn't have to be a forceful energy. It can be gentle energy, because sometimes we can kill with love. We can kill with gratitude, because if somebody is angry, you can kill that anger with just being there the way you are, with kindness. That sometimes can be a killing energy. When people are angry at you and you don't resist it, you just be there in your power with the killing energy of love, they cannot hold on to the anger. They cannot choose to be that. But if you're not willing to be the killing energy, a lot of time they can kill you with their anger, because you will be afraid. So what if you don't have to be afraid anymore? What if you don't have to live from the past of not being able to withstand certain people? What if you can look at them and say, you know what? I'm not afraid of you anymore. I don't have to deal with you, and you cannot hurt me anymore. Because if you do, I'm going to kill you. That's the energy that you can be in the world by choosing to be all of you. Because to be honest with you, we've been killers, we've been murderers, we've been killed, we've been thieves. Like, think of all the past lives. We've been and done everything just to experience that. The soul go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to experience different things. And especially if we are bound by karma, something unfinished. So if we got killed in one lifetime, the next lifetime we come in and kill that person. In this lifetime, we might not kill them with the actual weapon, but we might still torture them at work, torture them in marriage. A lot of marriages are battlegrounds. We all know those marriages or been in those marriages where the couple tries to kill each other because, let's face it, 500 years ago they killed each other on a battlefield or betrayed each other or done something. So if we start judging all of that, do you think it will be helpful? Not at all. This is about choosing something totally different, choosing to step out of the karmic circle and just be with every energy that we've been throughout thousands of years, claiming it, owning it, being it without a judgment. That's when we can start creating our life from what actually generative instead of destructive. What if it's about choosing something that works for you, no matter what the consequences are? Wow, that's something that people don't desire a lot of times or afraid of, because then their lives might be too easy. And then they will be judged. How much are you afraid of judgment of other people? And do you think those judgments will kill you? What if I tell you a secret? But shh, don't tell anyone. In Access Consciousness, Gary Douglas channeled, or it came through, that for every judgment that you can receive, you can actually get money, at least $5,000 extra a year. But if you don't receive, if you actually resist it, you might lose some money. So what if it's easy to kind of like choose to receive judgments? They're not going to kill us. And just think of it. Cha-ching! Each time the judgment drops at you, or somebody tells you, or you even perceive it without them saying, and you kind of like, oh, cool, another judgment, I can get more money. How cool it would be. And with that, we're going to go on the third break of the show, and you've been listening to Creating Abundance with Ease with myself, Dr. Helen Gitlevich, on Inspired Choices Network. And we'll be right back.
Many of us live our lives based on karma, on the past, and all the unfinished business in our lives. What would you choose if you did not have karma, or if you could choose what you desired instead? By tuning into Creating Abundance with Ease radio show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to create the abundance in your life. You are an infinite being with infinite choices. Are you ready to have ease with creating abundance? Listen for Creating Abundance with Ease radio show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is the Creating Abundance with Ease show with Dr. Helen Gitlevich. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to helen.g@att.net. Now, back to the program.
Welcome forward, everyone. I'm Dr. Helen Gitlevich on Creating Abundance with Ease. And today our show topic is, are you a killer? And it's kind of like our last segment of the show. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the tool of the week, because we've been talking about our unwillingness to be a killer creates limitations. Instead of killing limitations, we kind of like create more. And I know in certain cultures, killing is so bad, so evil, that they don't even kill bugs, or like they think that every life is sacred. And I'm not poo-pooing the beliefs, and it's not about killing live things, it's about being willing to kill. Because what if somebody or something attacks you? Would you let them kill you? Is that a kindness to you just because you believe that you cannot kill others? What life, like, because we talk about each life matters. It's about every life precious. So what if you actually choose your life to be precious as well? Because a lot of times we take away the value of us and totally dismiss it. And that's part of not being a killer, because we are not willing to be a killer. So we, instead of like saying, oh, I'm not going to kill, but I'm willing to kill, you go into, oh, I'm going to be small, so kind of like invisible sometimes, so I don't get killed, instead of just being the power and potency and kill all the limitations, everything that's in the way of you creating your life the way you desire. And that's not a wrongness, neither choice. It's about what will work for you. What would you choose? And I know our show is coming to kind of like close, but it's not finished. We still have a few minutes left, like I think about 7 or 8 minutes. And you can come back every week or listen to the recordings and past shows, because I've done, I think, over 100 shows now with everything that's going on in the world. What if you just chose to kill the viruses, including COVID? What if you chose to kill the bacteria, or kill everything that, all the hate, all the separation, all the control systems? What if you be the killer of all the limitations in the world? What would that create in the world? What if you chose to be the kindness that melts every separation in the world? And next week, we are going to have a show about the past. Are you living in the past? And how to choose to stay in the present. Because if time is not relevant, let's face it, past and the future, it's the same. If you're looking straight into that string, like the string theory in quantum mechanics, but we'll be talking about stopping ourselves from living in the past, because a lot of us do that, and stop living in the future as well, which might be the show following week. But being present in our lives, because that's what creates our life. Not learning from our mistakes, not trying to not repeat them, or not bringing the what's good in the past into the present, still doesn't work. It's still in the past. Oh, I had the best relationship 10 years ago. It's gone. Let's create something new. Oh, I've had such a wonderful vacation 5 years ago. It's gone. Let's have a different vacation now. So all of that is the limitation. And with being a killer, you can actually kill your past, no matter what it is, and start creating from the present or the future, and choosing what would you like to see in the future, which actually will give you an idea what to do or be now, instead of looking at the past for what you need to create the future. That it's just like driving, looking in the, what is it, rear view mirror, and driving like that instead of looking ahead. And you also can join me in the classes. I'm going to Dallas next weekend, June 11, 12, and 13. I'll be doing 3-day body class. You're welcome to join, especially if you're choosing, if you're in Access Consciousness and choosing to go to advanced body class in Mexico. It can be your second or first class, and there is another class in Mexico right before advanced body class. So just choose what works for you. And with the tool of the week, it's a question. It's as simple as asking a question. It's avoiding the conclusions, avoiding the computation, because all of those are limitations. And being willing to kill your limitation, no matter what it looks like. Sometimes it's just leaving and melting it and being the kindness, being the joy, being the ease. And I'd like to kind of remind people about another tool we've used over and over again. And it doesn't mean that, oh, it's old tool, we don't use it. Mantra of Access Consciousness. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. And I would like to kind of like, not finish because we still have a couple more minutes, but just remind you about that mantra, because that mantra will kill a lot of limitations in your life, will kill a lot of difficulties, a lot of hardships, just by saying it 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night. But don't believe me. See what you can create with that. Meanwhile, for now, I'm just going to say it 10 times for today, because I don't think I said it this morning yet. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. How are you feeling right now? Any change in your body? My body feels a little lighter. How about yours? So are you willing to kill all the limitations in your life and create your life from possibilities instead of resistance, from kindness instead of anger, from choice instead of fear? That's my invitation. And I'm so grateful for every one of you that came to join me live and who will be listening as a podcast or a TV show later on. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Creating Abundance with Ease radio show. Dr. Helen Gitlevich will return next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, have fun using the tools of the week in your life and start creating magic in your life and your body.